Hey Alicia, this looks way better in terms of allowing your caricature to stand out. So just a few small suggestions. You may want to, and I just added these images just to see what you think. You may want to add a little bit more of a water look, because when I first looked at it, I thought this was kind of looked like snow or something. So I put this image in here. I imported a couple of these. This one is one of them, and this one that I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. But I think that if you you mixed these, like, okay, and so let me turn off your thing. You could mix all these together, like if you took this one and lowered the opacity. Oh, you've already got the opacity way down, which is good. Even a little bit more. And see, the same thing as what I did with the with this. The opacity, when it's up this high. Well, I don't know. It could maybe work if you wanted it, but it would still have to be a lot lighter. So, I looked at the brightness and contrast. Let's see. So, making it a lot brighter so you can just barely see the water. And then you can, but it still looks like water a little bit. But again, then another thing that I did is I just kept it the way it was because it has more, and then I just lowered the opacity down. Because there's a couple. You have a couple more drafts to go. So something like that just had a little bit of blue in it, that would really show that it was water and so on. So another suggestion, you may want to. Let's see. I'm going to put all of these in a folder so I can move them. Another suggestion you might want to do is look for a text that is kind of more like curvy and kind of goes more with the caricature. This is that kind of looks like a chalkboard, but something more like this that has. Because your caricature is kind of delicate, I think that some kind of text like that would really look more suitable. I'm trying to see if there's another one in here. I think all the rest of them, this is not very good. Yeah, that's the main one. But there's so many different fonts like that in DaFont, kind of a scripty. Even something like one of these, and if you made it big enough, I think it would look really nice. Some of the handwritten ones are nice too, but make sure they're legible, like that's legible. But you know what I'm saying? Something that's kind of just got a little bit more curves. There's a lot of other ones too, like you can look under, curly. There's just a lot of other ones too not that one's really overused, but I would look at the calligraphy. Even some of these school ones are okay, but yeah, not graffiti. Some of these brush ones are okay, like this one, but again, there's so many pages of these, but that would be my suggestion because you're really close to a portfolio piece. And I'm not saying this water, you could even probably just add some more blue to this, like add just, if you wanted to keep this, you could add, you could either paint some blue above it, like, so I'm just going to make a layer, and then if you make a layer above, and then you get just like a light color of like a blue or something, like a really light, blue color, and then you just get the brush and you paint it with really low opacity, make the brush a lot bigger. Then you can just kind of see, we're going to do this next week anyway, you can just kind of see, it kind of just adds a little bit of blue color to it. You know what I'm saying? You could even do it a little bit with the background, but again, if you use low opacity and you use different layers, it's really easy to control. Then I can just turn it off if I don't like it. So anyway, just a few suggestions. You could Another thing you might want to consider is making the caricature just a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit, because I like it big the way it is. But if you just make it a little bit smaller, then you'll have more space to put the text in. Then I'd probably put it here, and I would probably put the text up in here. You could even try rotating it a little bit. And then again, the text would fit really pretty nicely, or you can put some of it here and some of it down here. So anyway, you're really close. We do have 2 revisions to go. Again, I would go into that select and mask tool that I posted those videos for. They're in the announcements for the Lynda, and I would really try to work on refining these. And there's some green under here too. So just the way I do it is you can either really zoom in, like super zoom in, and then you can go into your mask, and then just you could use you could use the the magic wand or whatever, but the select and mask, and if you just zoom in, you can even see the pixels here. You can clean it up a lot more, or you can just use the brush with the black or the white. What I tend to do is I'll just the select and mask tool works really good too, but if you really zoom in and then you go into your mask, the way you normally do with the painting tools, and then you could just really, you can really get in there and deal with these really, these pixels that, if you do it when it's smaller, you can't really get the details. So again, that'll really make a difference too. But also try that select and mask tool too. But see, so when you zoom back out, you can start to see it starts to look a lot better. So, that's what I would suggest doing with those masks and just with the font. But overall, I think it looks great. I think, and I really like the fact that there's this little grass here. You might want to repeat this, get some grass and repeat it someplace else, because I think it looks really cool. Even up and around here, I think it would look really cool. Be sure to clean up these other masks, using the same technique. You can just really zoom in and do it that way. Okay, I won't. I just wanted to give you some more feedback before you start to work on week 5. Okay.